Hello, this is Tim and welcome to the first demonstration recording of the Site Notes program from XlsDesign. The concept was originally designed by myself for use in my job as a storage equipment or racking safety inspector. The idea was to ensure that my on-site notes were consistent and legible and to reduce reporting time. The program was coded by my brother Tony, who owns XlsDesign. The program runs in Microsoft Excel and uses VBA code to perform a variety of functions which enable the end user to record and manipulate data speedily and accurately whilst on site. The program is then able to generate a variety of reports in Microsoft Word, which are then also editable by the user. Due to the nature of my work, it was important that the program was flexible and that data could be entered quickly and accurately on site using a PC tablet and stylus as opposed to using pen, paper and clipboard. The program has gone through a number of stages of development with versatility in mind, hence there are a number of ways in which notes can be entered. Due to the versatility of the program, it has been used by a variety of people in other industries as a tool to enhance their own reporting processes. In this short demonstration recording, I'll give a brief overview of the two bespoke ribbons that have been created and will show you how simple it is to tailor the lists to your individual needs. Further recordings will be available which cover some of the other main functions of the program. So this is my brother's website, XlsDesign. Feel free to take note of that. He also has a YouTube channel with various other programs, etc. running on it, and you can contact him directly if you have any inquiries about Microsoft Excel in general or about any other projects that you might wish to get involved with. So this is the Excel table, and as you can see we've got two bespoke ribbons up here. These have been developed by Tony at XlsDesign, and the program also continues to function as a normal Excel spreadsheet. So the reason for creating two ribbons is that we've got one racking office ribbon which has all of the functionality of the program, and a racking site ribbon which has a reduced functionality. The reason for creating this second reduced functionality ribbon is because on site it's better to use a tablet in portrait mode, so reducing the functions available keeps more of the options clearly visible. Additionally, it makes things easier to see when on site as there is less to look at. The ribbon functions will be covered in later videos. So the main table is where I record most of my site notes, and these are generated from user-defined lists on the lists worksheet, which you can see down here. The lists can be very long. If they're over a certain length, they might end up going off the bottom of a screen. So again, functionality has been built in there, which I'll show you briefly in a second. Just to go into the table just briefly, the HD column is used as a reference column which is used within the program, so there'll be more about that in later videos. The next three columns, Lock 1, Lock 2 and Lock 3, it's short for Location 1, Location 2 and Location 3. They perform different tasks well within the program. So again, in terms of being able to use this program effectively and to generate the reports that you want to generate, we will go into that in more depth later on. So effectively I've started populating this table. If I double click in a cell where we've got the HD column, I get what we call a dynamic menu that's generated on the fly, and it gives me various options, or I can create a blank entry and go into the formula bar and basically type whatever I want in there. Okay. The same applies to all of these columns. All of these lists are editable and are taken from the lists worksheet. So having just started to populate some of this, I'll just go to the lists worksheet. As you can see, I've pre-populated some of the lists. Some are longer than others. And what we can do is we can edit these. So let's say, for example, on the location one or the lock one list, I wanted to move warehouse to the top. Well, all I do is I insert a table row above, type the text that I want to appear, in this case warehouse, and I might want to change this warehouse. I might want, let's say, warehouse A instead. So we've now got some slightly different data in this field. I can just use the ribbon to go back to the main table. Now when I double click, you can see that warehouse has moved from the bottom to the top, and this warehouse has changed to warehouse A. So it's just basically input the information that I've told the table to generate. And that's how we start populating lists. So we've had a brief look at the ribbons, a brief look at the lists, and a brief look at some of the functionality of the table. What I'll do in the next video is do a quick example of generating a report, which you'll see is much better than typing it in, having been to site using a clipboard, pen and paper. So we'll look at that in the next video. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you again soon.